Welcome back to Where is the Money? So we keep hearing that we are not in a recession, but with the political climate, the way prices have been looking, costs of living, housing, insurance, everything is sky high. Let's get a check-in on how the everyday person is dealing with these increased prices, although technically we're not in a recession. So let's start with the $40 billion that they sent in over to Argentina and what that would look like feeding some of the in-need people in America.
Someone asked me in my comments how much food 40 billion could buy. The 40 billion we just sent to Argentina, that Trump just sent to Argentina. So let's get into it. That's enough to feed 20 to 26 million Americans for an entire year through programs like SNAP. For context, the average monthly SNAP benefit is about $157 per person. I delved into this last night. Nearly 42 million Americans rely on it every single month. And the majority are not lazy. They are children, seniors, veterans, and the disabled. Meanwhile, that 40 billion went overseas while 1 in 4 U.S. households struggle with food insecurity, and while grocery prices have climbed over 25% since 2020. And I'm not talking politics right now. I'm talking priorities, because if we can fund foreign bailouts, we can feed our own people, our kids, our elders, our neighbors, people working full-time and still skipping meals. And as a mom of 3 boys who eat everything in sight, I can't stop thinking about the parents trying to keep the lights on, deciding between gas and groceries, pretending that dinner filled them up so that their kids can eat more. That is the reality of the America that we're living in. One where compassion has been replaced by excuses and bailouts. The system is working great for other countries, just not for us. So yeah, this isn't about handouts, it's about human decency. Imagine what 40 billion could do here.
So maybe that's too big picture. Let's go to something that you probably will experience on your everyday travel, through your everyday schedule, with a price increase that you might not have expected. Let's say you go to a restaurant, grab something to eat real quick, nothing too crazy, maybe a baked potato. How much you think you should pay for something like that? Well, if $29 is not what you were thinking, that's where we are.
I just want to know how it is possible that when you go out to lunch and you buy a baked potato, okay, it's $29. So I got a baked potato and a sweet tea, and I got them the deal, so I got like some fruit with it. She goes to ring me up and she's like, it's $29. I'm like literally like nearly choked, because I'm like, what the hell did I get for $29? And typically I normally make my lunch and I eat at school, but I just wasn't feeling the best today, so I just decided to go. But yeah, then we were talking about how they raise all the prices, but they won't raise like the wage of the people working. And it's so true. It's like you guys keep raising the prices, but you don't raise how much you're paying these people. I just don't, the economy is like shit right now. Well, actually it's probably been shit, but still, wow, that's crazy.
So maybe you say, listen, so maybe you're thinking like, hey, that's eating out. Of course it's gonna be more expensive. Buy the groceries, cook at home, save money. But groceries are more expensive too. That's not even including the tariffs, but let's say hypothetically you're gonna eat at home. But hold on, you're trying to save money. The go-to place normally for that is either the dollar store or Walmart. They have the always low price, right? Not so much these days, because this lady went to Walmart, got a few items, nothing crazy, basic necessities. And how much you think she spent for that? One bag, a few items. How much you think that should be? Well, she had quite a surprise.
I just got back from Walmart. I feel robbed, okay? I think I just have too much pride to go to the register and put stuff back. My fault, my bad. But like, I just spent $52, and let me tell you what I got. Necessities, mind you. Tampons, toothpaste, floss, mouthwash, and deodorant. $52. Are you cool?
That used to be the go-to method. Being frugal is the way to not spend a lot of money. But does that actually work in this economy? Let's talk to a person that decided they wanted to save on their water bill, and they're going to scale back on how much water they use, and this is the results they got.
Life has gotten so expensive that it's not even worth trying to be frugal anymore. There's no point. You want a crashing out video about cost of living? Here's a crashing out video. So last month, our water bill was pretty high, $217 for the month. It was the highest I've ever had. I'm like, okay, let me look into this. Our usage was a little high, so I talked to my girlfriend. I say, let's try to conserve water. We did everything right. For the entire month, we turned off the sink while we were doing our dishes. We took short showers. I even used a timer during my showers. We consolidated loads of laundry. We did everything we could to save water. And you know what? We did a damn good job. We saved 500 gallons, which is awesome. You know, that is a great improvement. You want to guess how much my water bill was for this month? $215. We used 500 gallons less, and I saved $2 whole. Are you actually for real right now? But Zach, how could this be? The fees and the taxes went up so much in the course of 1 month. That's all we saved. So what's the point? Why am I being frugal about? It doesn't make any sense. Just 5 years ago, my water bill was $130 a month. Granted, it was just myself. Now we're 2 people. I get it, it's gonna go up, but come on. There is no such thing as saving money here anymore. There is no such thing as getting ahead, putting together a retirement, none of that. It is impossible. I don't know about you, but I don't think this is sustainable. I don't think anybody can afford anything anymore, and it's getting scary. So, yeah.
So you save that many gallons of water just to save what, $2 or so? This doesn't seem like this is going to be that helpful. The numbers are being played with. Something is not right here. What they're saying and what we're experiencing are not the same thing. Is things more expensive where you live? Is grocery more expensive? Rent, utilities, insurance, gas, count everything. I guarantee it's an increase at some levels. Some are more than others, but we have more costs that's coming in with the tariff. So let me ask you, do you feel like we're in a recession? You tell me. Put your comments below. Let's talk about it. This is Where is the Money? Talk to you soon.